Welcome into the M&M State of Sports book. I got the normal crew with us tonight doing our gambling picks for the NFL weekend upcoming. Do a little recap Sunday night and Monday night. Stash, how you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Nice Patriot sweatshirt you got on there. We'll get to them. Morgan, how you living?
I'm good. It's Bears week. Ready to kick their ass again.
I think Rodgers still owns them, personally.
He's always going to.
He always is. Oh, by the way, Morgan, did you get a chance to see the video of me giving Alex the bottle of Kraken rum last night?
I sure did. Yeah.
I gotta throw that up.
Yeah, that was great. Alex, again, thank you, man. We appreciate you listening. And I'm glad it was you that got the bottles because it was somebody that lived within one of us. By the way, Alex said next time you come up, Nick, we all got to get together and grab beers because he thinks you're fucking hilarious. So,
Nice.
So that is on the list.
Chop liver. I'm not funny.
He said the funniest episode we ever had is after the Packers lost because you're just like you were so just like monotone the whole time, just like so defeated, just like.
Yeah. Just wait for the agonizing playoff loss where I just don't talk the whole time. I just sit there in silence.
Once it's that Brady Belichick Super Bowl, there's few things in life that's going to make me happier than seeing that.
I'm not showing up for work that day.
Yeah, I mean, you're coming to the podcast.
Can we everyone be in agreement that out of all the fucking dumb holidays we have, the day after Super Bowl Sunday should be a fucking national holiday?
100%.
I think the first 2 days of March Madness should be a holiday before that.
No, that's so incorrect.
That is
the day after Super Bowl Sunday should 100% be a national holiday.
Dude, there was way more.
I will
way more
always
people.
watch those Thursday, Friday games over a Super Bowl that's not the Packers.
That's
every
you.
time.
That is you, not the rest of the fucking country.
I think that's a lot of people.
It is not.
It's definitely a lot of people. Like Morgan's not wrong, but it's not more than the Super Bowl.
Pull the question. Put it on. What deserves to be a national holiday? The Monday after the Super Bowl or the 2 first days of March Madness?
Well, I mean,
the only reason
one day or 2 days.
If you say 2 days because you want the 2 days off, whatever, that's like not the point of the question. A national holiday on a Monday or whenever is supposed to be like a Monday following like an event. It happens every fucking Sunday, like after like Sunday to Monday after the Super Bowl. It should be a holiday.
It should be a fucking paid holiday.
100%. Let us all be hungover at our homes together.
Exactly.
Let's recap this Sunday night game. Chiefs Broncos. Is the Chiefs offense going to be their demise in the playoffs?
Probably.
I think a couple weeks left. Mahomes is going to get it grooving with the offense. I find it hard to believe. They have so much talent. I find it hard to believe that they don't find something in the next 5 games that they can run through the playoffs with.
I agree, but I forget who I was listening to, and they were talking about Mahomes. And the one thing that Mahomes struggles with is he doesn't have a consistent release like Brady or Rodgers or, all these guys that like go into practice. Like Mahomes is sitting there in practice throwing sidearm. Like it looks cool. Like, throwing from different arm angles, and it looks really cool. And that's how he plays. And obviously it's worked out for him. He's a Super Bowl champion. He's an MVP, but it is so hard to duplicate that rather than Tom Brady and Rodgers when they drop back to pass and have the same throwing motion every single time.
That's not always true with Rodgers, but I
mean, Rodgers is just the most talented QB at throwing football ever. Yeah. I've never seen somebody throw off platform like he does. It is absurd. But that's like not my point. So it's just like it's hard to replicate doing that like week in and week out. And I see that's why we're seeing like the struggles with the Chiefs, where they really don't have a run game. And you double Tyreek Hill, you keep, you let Kelsey do what he does. But like, I mean, I'll tell you right now, and we're gonna get to the team that we're gonna talk about next in the Patriots. The Chiefs aren't going into Foxborough in the AFC Championship game and beating New England. It's not happening. Like, and
they don't look good enough.
And at this point, let's just move to the Monday night game. The Patriots versus the Bills, the wind fest, the snow coming down.
Ugly.
3 passes by Mac Jones. That is 1970s football to a fucking T. That game is awesome. And the Patriots are going to the Super Bowl in the AFC. It is nobody stands a chance because at this point they have the 1 seed. You're stepping into Foxborough. Shit's going to be coming down sideways. And you want to know what this game proved? That the Patriots are going to come out and punch you in the mouth every fucking play.
Yeah.
Like
they didn't even have to pass the ball.
And we were talking about it on Sunday's episode, be like, well, if they like win dominating, like then like Nick will agree with me. That's a dominating win. on the road in Buffalo, passing the ball 3 times.
Yeah,
it's a dominating win.
And they just outplayed them. So
Morgan, you had a look of disagreement. Why don't you agree with what I said?
I don't think it was dominating.
They ran the ball down their throat. They threw the ball 3 times, and they knew exactly what they were doing every fucking play. And
I think they were just better coached. I think McDermott got out coached. I don't think.
Oh, per McDermott, let's not give Bill Belichick more credit than he deserves.
Did I not say he'd get out coached? Like,
no, that's what McDermott said.
How much more? Yeah, I know.
That's what McDermott said. I'm not saying you said that. I'm saying like that's what McDermott said. Like, yeah, you did get fucking out coached, and your guys got out fucking physical. Like, it just is what it is. Like the guys, Micah Hyde and Poyer. It's not Poyer.
Jordan Poyer.
Poyer. Like being embarrassed in like the post game conference when they were like, well, like, are you guys embarrassed about not being able to stop the run? And they're like, that's a stupid question. No, it's not. Like they ran the ball down your fucking mouth all game, and you guys couldn't do shit. Like,
I had no answer. That one breakaway run.
They only allowed 14 points. It's not like the defense got 14
points only running.
Dude, Patriots missed a field goal. The wind was at like 30 to 40 miles an hour. If Mac Jones even has an ounce of being able to throw the football in that weather, like then it's, that's a 3-score game probably or 2-score game.
Well, we'll see in 2 weeks when the weather doesn't.
You're right. We will see in 2 weeks when they come to Foxborough and they're going to get fucking annihilated. Like the train's down the tracks, like literally just mark the Patriots going to the Super Bowl because nobody in the AFC is coming into Foxborough and beating New England. It's just, it doesn't happen. And it is back to your regularly scheduled program in the AFC where the Patriots regular season starts in the AFC championship game.
They took a season off and now they're back.
They took a season off, and it is just like, it's, regular scheduled programming, regular season starts in Foxborough, AFC championship game. Good luck. Like,
yep, they're back.
That's a scary thought. That like, as like teams in the AFC, like you really have to be like, you got to be fucking kidding me, right? Like,
yeah.
So Morgan, I'll ask you this because I think you're the biggest detractor or detractor on the Patriots. Who do you think in the AFC can go into New England and beat them in the playoffs?
Well, Baltimore, because they've done it before.
With this Baltimore team?
Probably not, but I think the Colts can go in there and beat them.
Okay, that is the only other AFC team
I still think the Chiefs can do it because Mahomes has done it, and I think he can do it.
He hasn't done it in New England.
He's still beating Belichick.
No, he hasn't. No.
Yes, he has.
No.
Okay, he did, but okay.
When?
The year they won the Super Bowl, they beat the Patriots that year.
No, they didn't. The Patriots lost to the Titans that year, and that was Brady's last year.
He's beating them.
Wrong.
Someone fact check that.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't care.
I mean, I think your Colts pick is the only other team that can be as physical as New England. But even then, you're going to rely on Carson Wentz going into Foxborough in an AFC championship game?
They're not going to beat the NFC team no matter who it is. So I don't really care.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
I feel like they could probably beat the Packers.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
let's get into the picks. I'm not doing this game today.
Oh, come on. This is the whole, we're recapping everything and we're predicting things, Morgan. Come on. Morgan just knows what's going to happen. He knows the Packers aren't even going to make it to the Super Bowl because the NFL is going to want Brady versus Belichick. And that's just the reality we live in.
I'll be
Morgan gets seasonal depression even when he's in Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
The Packers losing in the playoffs. All right, let's get into these.
Let's do it.
Morgan, you're up first with your upset.
My upset, surprisingly, Baltimore's plus 2.5 versus Cleveland. Even with Cleveland coming off a bye, I think Baltimore's got to win this game to get back on track. So I got Baltimore plus 2.5.
That's interesting. Santa and I both have the same pick for our upset. We're taking Pittsburgh tonight in Minnesota plus 3.
Oh my God.
It is Pittsburgh. I mean,
it is Kirk Cousins prime time. So
Morgan, I was going to say, let's take a step back and let's talk about this game. It's Kirk Cousins prime time. TJ Watt looks okay. He had an okay game last week. He's decent. The offense definitely got going in the fourth quarter for Pittsburgh. If they follow that formula, but it really boils down to one thing. It is Kirk Cousins in prime time. Not a chance, Minnesota.
I mean, Kirk's played very well this year. He's having an underrated season, even though the Vikings aren't winning.
Is he in prime time?
Yeah, he's won a primetime game.
Out of how many?
A few.
I think we're in the 20s.
His percentage is lower than our picks sometimes.
Oh, speaking of percentages, we haven't talked about it on this particular episode, but we did on Mondays. You guys were 8-0 last week.
Total, we were 11-1, including Santa.
Yep. Nice. We're getting hot at the right time, folks. I think at this point, I just got to go 500. I'm going to finish the year like over 60%.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just have another 4-0 week and, just really start pumping it up there.
I think it's going to be easy. Here we go. Your lock of the week, Matt.
My lock of the week is the LA Chargers versus the Giants, -10.5. Chargers got a roll last week. I just think they're just going to beat the piss out of the Giants. And I mean, especially if Mike Glennon's starting at quarterback. What did Santa say about Mike Glennon, Morgan?
He can't throw a football better than Santa. So
there you have it. Santa's lock of the week is Tennessee versus Jacksonville -10. Good pick.
All right. Morgan?
My lock's pretty easy. Aaron Rodgers, primetime football versus the Bears. Good night. See you later. 12.5 points. I don't care. Don't need them. 30-point win. Get them out.
30-point.
Good
the
night.
Bears suck.
Sweet Prince.
Sunday night football, baby.
It is.
Boom. All right.
I'll be distracted on the podcast Sunday.
Let's go over to the over.
So my over, I got Seattle, Houston, 41.5.
I thought you were going to pick the same over as me. Honestly, I really did.
Well, I think Seattle might have found something where Russell kind of looked a little bit better. Lockett found the end zone. DK's there, and it's Houston. Houston sucks.
So you think Seattle's going to win 42-0?
I think Houston gets 7-10, and all I need from Seattle is 30.
Just a light 30. No problem.
I mean, it's Houston. I'm pretty sure.
Hey, it is Houston.
Pretty sure Ohio State could put up 30.
Let's be respectful. I think Michigan can put up 30 after what Michigan did to Ohio State.
That's the little I think of Houston.
You had an opportunity. You should have said, I think Cincinnati could put up 30. And then
let's not get carried away.
Should have been like the Bearcats, not the Bengals, Santa's over is Carolina versus Atlanta. Over-unders at 43.5. I think that's a great line. That's a good pick by Santa. My over is San Fran versus Cincy, 48.5.
Mm-hmm.
I just think both these teams are going to put up numbers. Bengals going to have a bounce back week.
I've picked the Bengals a few weeks, and I think it's hit every time.
Both these teams are desperate for a win this week. Desperate. They're peaking. They're fourth monitoring. They're desperate.
Yep. All right. Let's go down under.
To the under. I will take the under first. My pick is Dallas versus Washington. Over-unders at 48. It's an NFC beast game. It's in Washington. The field conditions are never fucking good there. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I do think Dallas wins, but it will be low-scoring. Santa's under is Denver versus Detroit, 43.5. I don't think I need to explain his thinking there.
Yeah, I was back and forth between this one or the Baltimore game because I've been picking Baltimore lately and it's been hitting almost every time. But I'm rolling with Santa here. Detroit, Denver. I have it at 42. I still think that's too many points. So
perfect.
42, Detroit, Denver.
What do you think about that Dallas Washington one?
I think I don't know. Washington. I don't know. I still don't trust Dallas' defense. I really don't. Outside of Micah Parsons, I don't trust that defense.
I mean, Micah Parsons is literally the rookie of the year.
But Taylor Heineke is kind of an okay quarterback when he gets off script.
He's able to make plays off. He's shifty.
He's a quarterback that players I feel like can get rallied behind because he makes that almost like Fitzmagic kind of thing. Like he just kind of figures out a way to make play. He's learned from Fitzmagic this year, but he's got that little whatever it is that
he has it. Like he just has like it as a quarterback.
I don't know if he has the skills, but he's got the mentality where he can get his team over anything.
Here's the word for it. He's got the moxie for it. He really does. Like
he really does.
He's got the stuff.
He does.
I mean, he doesn't have Minshew stuff, but
I mean, that's Minshew magic, baby. Hey, you got hair and a mustache like that. You can do whatever the fuck you want in this country. Before we get out of here, guys, make sure you guys follow us on all of our socials, M&M SOS Pod, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube. That's where we drop our gambling episode on Thursday night before the Thursday night game. If you guys got any questions, reach out to our socials. And does anybody have anything else before we get out of here?
I mean, no.
Okay.
Go Pack, go.
Every time.